Why wives emotionally leave before they physically do. Before we begin, if you believe love should last, if you believe relationships deserve effort, then like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more life-changing stories. Because what you're about to hear might just save a marriage. She never planned for this moment, but here she is, sitting in the same house, sleeping in the same bed, living the same life, but feeling like a stranger to the man she once loved more than anything. She still cooks his meals, still folds his shirts, still asks how his day was. But inside, she feels like a ghost, drifting unnoticed, unheard. Because love doesn't just disappear overnight. It fades. Slowly, it fades in the silence. In the moments when she speaks, and he doesn't hear. In the times she reaches out, and he doesn't reach back. She once felt cherished, desired, but now she wonders, does he even see me anymore? Does he notice the sadness in her eyes, the weight of her sighs, the way she hesitates before saying good night? Because deep down, she wonders if she even matters anymore. If this story feels familiar, if you've ever felt unseen in love, stay with us, because this is the story of millions of women, and it's the warning every husband needs to hear. 1. The invisible weight she carries alone. She carries the home, the family, the love. She remembers the birthdays, the anniversaries, the doctor's appointments. She plans the meals, the vacations, the little details that make life work. And yet, when was the last time someone asked her if she was tired, if she needed help, if she was okay? She doesn't need grand gestures. She doesn't need diamonds or flowers. She just needs to feel like she isn't carrying everything alone. Because the truth is, no one walks away over a single forgotten moment. They walk away after years of feeling like no one ever thought to remember them in the first place. 2. When conversations die, loneliness begins. Once upon a time, they could talk for hours about their dreams, their fears, their childhood stories. Now, the silence is deafening. She asks, "How was your day?" and gets a one-word answer. She shares something exciting, and he barely looks up. The man who once couldn't wait to hear her thoughts now treats her voice like background noise. She doesn't want expensive gifts. She doesn't need poetry. She just wants to be heard, to be looked at with the same interest he once had, to feel like her words matter, like she still matters. Because when the words stop, so does the connection. And when the connection dies, so does love. 3. The pain of being taken for granted. She never wanted a thank you for every little thing. She never expected applause for doing what needed to be done. But there's something heartbreaking about feeling like everything you do is just expected. That the meals she cooks aren't appreciated. They're just there. That the house she keeps clean isn't noticed. It's just assumed. And the saddest part? She would have done it all happily if she just felt seen, if she just felt like someone noticed. Because a woman doesn't stop loving suddenly.
She stops when she realizes she has given so much of herself that there's nothing left. 4. The feeling of growing apart while he stays the same. She is growing. She is learning. She is trying. But when she looks beside her, she sees a man who has stopped moving. The man who once dreamed with her now only talks about bills. The man who once wanted to explore the world now only wants the comfort of the same routine. She wants adventure, passion, discovery. But when she tries to bring him along, he barely notices. And one day, she realizes she's not angry at him. She's just outgrowing him. And that thought, that is the beginning of the end. The moment she realizes life is too short, one day she gets a call. Someone she knows is gone, just like that. A life ended, a future erased. And suddenly, she sees her own life in a different light. She thinks of all the years she spent waiting, the nights she spent longing, the love she kept giving, hoping it would come back. And she asks herself the question she never wanted to ask. If I only had 5 years left, would I want to spend them like this? And in that moment, everything changes. Because she never wanted to leave. But for the first time, she wonders if she should. Final words. Love is a choice we must keep making. But does it have to end this way? Does love really fade? Or do we just stop choosing it? Because love isn't lost in one moment. It's lost in 1,000 small moments where we forget to appreciate, to listen, to care. If you're watching this, take a second to think. When was the last time you truly saw the person you love? When was the last time you made them feel like they still mattered? Because at the end of life, we won't regret the money we made, the things we owned, the screens we stared at. We'll regret the love we forgot to give. So today, choose love. Choose presence. Choose them. If this message touched your heart, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful stories. Tell us in the comments, what's one small way you can show love today? Because love isn't just something we find, it's something we choose again and again.